All right.
Right.
We are
Where?
We are
in the Venetian
Where's that?
in Vegas.
Vegas. No, seriously, like we are in Vegas.
No,
in
like
Vegas.
we were joking.
Yeah, no.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, we're in Vegas.
We're in
vacation.
Vegas. Vacation time. Balanced Boys vacation.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Special
got
vacation
even
edition
the Balanced
podcast.
Boys need a little vacation.
We needed it.
Well.
We really did. And we're having fun,
Staying safe,
sort of.
sort of, as
Social
much as we can.
distancing.
We'll get into that because there's been building hopping,
Oh yeah.
Casino hopping,
casino
bar
hopping.
hopping.
Bar hopping.
all the hops that are in the category of hopping.
But to let you know, we have been safe.
We have been safe. We're still safe. Anyway, so let's get to it. Plenty to talk about. Grab your popcorn and get ready for some salty content.
I'm feeling like Mr. Lucky today. Things seem to be going my way. The reason I've got this big smile on my face, I don't get caught up in the whole rat race. Everyone seems to know my name. I get no problems and no blame. And when I throw the dice, I don't have to throw them twice. There's money
So,
on the
what are we talking about today?
One really fun thing about the dynamic of this group is we have, for the first time, a designated driver.
That's right.
That is true.
Dalton.
Yeah.
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 Cheers to Dalton.
If you haven't noticed, we've been drinking.
I mean, it's Vegas.
This is apple juice.
Totally, with a giant straw.
Hey, if you haven't noticed, I don't have a drink anywhere.
Yes. He doesn't even drink water.
Dalton
What the
has
fuck?
been,
Yeah, I don't drink anything at all.
Dalton's been the guardian of this trip.
Yes. And he's also been the hero.
He's been a
The
warrior.
example.
The
He's been
MPV,
the
no,
Black
the
Panther.
the MVP. Fuck.
MVP.
He bought dinner and
He
then
bought-
jumped off a building.
He jumped off a building, people. This
I don't
guy
wanna know
jumped
what
off a
he's gonna do
building.
He did one of the hops. He did the
Tomorrow,
most dangerous
he might
hop.
start flying. I don't know. We'll
might.
find out.
If you fly, like, can we go with you? Because I think that would get us home faster.
That would get a lot.
Fuck that traffic. We had
faster.
terrible traffic coming into. I think it took
The
us like
traffic
6
getting
hours.
getting
Yeah.
here was the worst traffic
Oh,
I've
yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah,
Well, I
coming
mean,
here.
we had a
It took
little
us
bit of
6
good.
hours
We only
to
had
get
like 2 things of traffic. Me and
You guys made stops and you still got here around the same time because we were
Yeah.
We also
stuck
did have
in the worst
errands.
traffic.
We also did have errands.
We had errands,
so
but
I
still.
think it matched.
The traffic fucking.
Yeah.
Traffic was
Wait.
bad. This was the worst Vegas traffic I've ever had.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
context. We're in Vegas and we've taken that trip.
Yes.
And it's
Weekend
established.
after
Yeah.
or
We
weekend
established
after Easter.
Yeah.
Maybe that has
Weekend
something
after
to do with
Easter.
it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just because now things are opening up again
I guess.
with vaccines and everything going on, people getting more comfortable. People haven't been driving that much.
No.
So people forgot how to drive.
Oh yeah. Big time.
It's a perishable skill.
It really is. If you don't use it, you lose it.
That's right. I mean,
I get that.
I'll never forget how to masturbate. You know, I would go.
I mean, that's the easiest
I'll
thing
go
you can
once.
ever do.
But it's muscle memory. I think driving is
It's
a little
muscle
different.
memory.
Driving's a little different.
Yeah.
Driving is almost like riding a bike, but I don't know.
I don't know, cause like I can ride a bike, no problem. But as soon as I become behind the wheel, Zach can attest to this. I'm a very nervous driver.
Yeah.
There's a level of fear that comes
Because
with it.
You have to
because-
incorporate the other people that are on the road.
Yeah.
See, the thing is like I only drove from Zach's house to Del Taco, and then Zach was like, "You're too nervous for this."
I'm terrified. I made it pull over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, with driving, the reason why it's perishable skill is because there's rules.
Yeah.
When I masturbate, I don't like rules.
Yeah, potentially
No
hurt
rules.
anyone other than yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And I've
if
been there.
I mean,
I've had some chafes.
if you're hurting other people while masturbating, okay, you,
Something's
You
wrong.
were masturbating wrong.
Fucking Louis C.K.
Oh man.
You damaged those poor girls that don't know how to use a door.
Seriously, like
So that was
okay,
a fire at
yeah.
both of them.
Seriously, that's a fire at both sides.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit, but at the same time, there's still a door.
Yeah.
He didn't lock that door.
Maybe he did. I don't know.
Maybe he did. We don't know the context.
I've been in shock before where you're just looking at something, you're just like frozen because you don't know what the fuck to do. Like when I jumped off a building.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
You're probably at that platform like,
Oh yeah.
oh shit.
Yes.
That dude, I don't think I could have.
So
Because the guy
Dalton
told
jumped
me.
off a building.
Oh.
Yeah, so
A literal building.
yes.
1,100 feet. 800 feet.
800 feet. Yeah.
Dalton free fell for 800
The stratosphere.
Okay,
The
so
stratosphere.
walk us through that, like, mentality of that, like, going into it, walking up to that stage, and then jumping off.
Yes, and real quick, one thing we all learned today: stratosphere has the biggest dicks out of all
It's
the
pure
Vegas.
adrenaline junkies. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I figured. Even
All
the
the
employee,
tallest.
the
Like, they
employee
had
in the
the-
elevator, it's like, oh yeah, I jump all the time. I get a discount. It's like, she does
No,
this
she
shit
jumps for
fun.
free.
Yeah.
No, she jumps for free.
Yeah.
That's what she said. She jumped for
Hilarious.
free.
Like, it's a
discount.
hobby of hers.
All right, but
Yeah,
I just
it's
want to say one thing I learned was stratosphere is like the tallest tower.
Yeah, so that's BDE
Oh yeah,
award
no,
right
seeing
there.
the comparisons, it was like, okay.
Yeah,
this
because
is
you got
actually-
Statue of Liberty all the way at the end.
I thought it was
Thanks,
at least the
freedom.
same height as the Space Needle, but
Space Needle's a little dick compared to that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, seriously, Space Needle was like
I'm
number
surprised.
4 on the list of tallest buildings.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't
So,
realize
walk
that.
us through the tallest dick in America.
Yeah, I do agree. If
It's
Earth.
like death row, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's like you're literally walking to your execution. You're like, all right, buddy.
Yeah, it really was. It was scary. And I do feel like if America had a wiener, it'd be the stratosphere. I do believe that. And you know, I people who know me know I love roller coasters. I've been to all the Six Flags and whatnot.
Right.
But deep down, I'm actually terrified of all that stuff, which is why I do it.
Right.
I do it because I'm scared of it.
This was
And
the ultimate test.
This was
is-
the ultimate.
Yeah,
The
which is a good
ultimate.
lesson for everybody. If you're scared of something, definitely face it.
Dalton,
Because-
I think we'll see this in the vlog because you said it on camera, I think.
That's
But
right.
just go ahead and repeat what you said about courage.
Okay, yeah.
It
So
was good.
here's
I was
my
like,
balance.
This is our
moment.
balance video. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get to commit so much to the message of balance, but now I get.
I'm the writer. I'm George Lucas. Fuck you, Steven Spielberg. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
The phrase is courage isn't the absence of fear. It's what you do when faced with fear. And in this case, it wasn't like I wasn't afraid of this, like the people who work at the stratosphere. I was terrified of this, but I
was just
decided to face it anyways. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be thankful and grateful that I did the experience afterwards.
There was an inkling of belief before we left this room that you were low-key gonna pull out.
No, seriously, me and Zach
Like,
were
because I
like,
saw you
looking at each other.
pacing. Like, I
Yeah.
thought at first I thought it was frustration because we were taking too long and
Nope.
you're waiting on us.
That was it.
No,
No, it
low-key,
was
I
straight
think we're-
anxiety, huh?
I think you're.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you were just like, dude, I'm so fucking scared right now.
Yeah,
About to
'cause-
jump off a building.
Yeah, because it like prolonged the process, you know. It's like if somebody tells you you're about to get a spanking and they just give it to you, it's like, okay, it's over. But it's like you're going to get a spanking and you got to wait all
day for it, yeah.
for the spanking. That's what it felt. It was
I
more
don't
like
know
that.
if jumping out of the building, like the build up to that anxiety, were like waiting to like step into the ring and, you know, box some dude in front of like my family and his family or whatever. I don't know if it's a similar anxiety, but I think I feel you on that.
Yep.
Where it's
Okay,
just like,
yeah.
oh fuck, I'm number 7 and this is gonna be a 2-hour show. I just gotta sit here and hear
Right,
other dudes
anticipate how.
punch each other in the fucking
Yeah.
face.
Think about it all day.
And it's just like, I don't even have a game plan.
Right.
I think,
yeah, it's
I
like.
think Dalton handled it the exact way it should have been handled, though. There were a lot of people that went before him that they were just like playing it too cool. It was like,
Yeah.
you're jumping off a building, bro.
Yeah.
But Dalton screaming the whole way.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that man knows what's happening. He's in the reality. I don't know. I just felt like, scream. Like
Yeah.
you're jumping off a building.
Yeah, react accordingly, and I
Even-
feel like you
all right, let's
reacted
give a little
accordingly.
context. So when you step in to the building, you know, we gotta wait in a line, so he
There's
can,
a whole thing. There was a box office to buy tickets to get to the top.
Yes, but
Yeah,
this
just
is
to
not
get
on
to
the
the top.
This was not on the top. This is ground level. This is where you
yeah,
basically
yeah.
sign in, going like,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly. Just
this
to
is
get
my
to the
appointment.
top. Yeah.
This is
Just
my
to get
appointment.
up.
Yeah.
And then what's great for us three pussies, we get a spectator area.
As spectators, that's what we're calling it, but really we're pussies.
Yes. And we got to step outside and wait for him. Well, we actually got to watch you like get dressed into this fucking like.
Yeah, we were in the
Yeah,
ready
that's
room. Yeah,
right.
yeah, we were in that like
And
lobby room.
and
yeah.
we met that older couple, and he started singing
Amazing Grace, yeah.
na na na, hey, hey,
Goodbye. And then he mentioned afterwards, like, we should probably be saying Amazing Grace instead.
That was his wife.
Yeah, that was his wife. Yeah, his
yeah.
wife was like, maybe you should be saying Amazing Grace instead. And we just started busting up laughing.
Yeah, and then yeah, it was cool. Like, it kind of reminded me of a scene of like Armageddon. Like, I was looking at my fucking hero.
Oh, you were saying that,
Yeah.
like, Dalton was suiting up like a fucking astronaut.
Yeah.
He's ready to save the
Yeah.
world.
It's like, I don't know what gravity's gonna do to you right now, but I think I have a half chub. Thank you. God be with you, sir.
That's America's ass.
So, we're waiting in the outside spectator way, and then this one dude, Pat, you kind of mentioned that like everybody before Dalton was like, it's weirdly calm
They
about
had
it.
some ego about it because they were like with their girl. It was just like, yeah, I jumped out of a building, whatever.
I can do it.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Jump
Like,
like
fuck
yeah.
800 feet,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah.
And then, and like that first guy, he comes down, and it's like, so before that, like we're watching the screens, it doesn't look that bad.
It
kinda
looks like they're
slow.
floating down. You
Yeah.
watch
Yeah, so
videos, it's
yeah,
like,
we were in the
okay,
lobby.
I
Yeah, we
can
were in
do
the
that.
lobby,
Yes.
and we were looking at the screens, waiting for him to get all dressed.
But
And then once we're out
when
there,
we went to
we-
the landing deck and you could hear the cord falling,
Yeah,
it's like,
that
oh,
zzz.
this guy's fucking falling.
Oh.
Yeah.
He didn't do. He
this
didn't
dude's
do.
gonna catch on fire. He's breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah, right.
And it was scary because like it doesn't really slow down till about maybe 7 feet from
Yeah.
the floor.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
like, you see, like, where the stratosphere sign is, where it says strat on it, or stratosphere, whatever, like, the blue neon sign that it has there, like, maybe a quarter of the way above that, that's when it starts slowing down, and it's like,
No, don't.
that's already
You
near
got
the
it straight
ground.
like 500, like free fall.
Yeah,
no
straight
speed.
free
Like
fall.
where you said you didn't feel the bungee cord, you were straight flying.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
500 feet, you were straight falling to your death.
Yeah.
Until the-
Because we didn't hear any zzz until then.
I didn't know
They
why.
play you.
Like after the first guy before you, like he landed, and it was just like I got a real like feeling of like how fast, or visually like how fast it is. I'm like, oh, this is sketch. But he was so calm about it. I was like, all right, he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
And then we get a 30-second countdown to your launch.
and then a minute goes by. It's
No,
like,
yeah, no,
Dalton,
seriously, it says a minute till Dalton's jump, and then we're like, okay, a minute left, and we're sitting there, we're recording, we're
then she
it
says
says
30
seconds. We're like, okay, sweet, 30 seconds, he's gonna jump, all right, sweet.
A minute goes by.
A
and
minute
I'm like-
goes by.
I had a feeling. I'm like, oh no.
Oh, he pussied out.
He chickened out.
Yeah, he chickened out.
Fucking, I knew it. That inkling I had in my soul.
And then out of
was
nowhere, we see
we
this
see
fucking-
a man swan dive. Oh,
Hate yourself.
Yeah, you just
flying out. And it's like,
yeah, you just hear this.
I have to be honest. The fact that I saw the first guy and how calm it was and like linear it was, and then from your moment, I don't know if my vision or my like adrenaline and my fear for my friend's life was in jeopardy, but it looked like wires were twisting, and then I started to hear you screaming, and I was laughing and enjoying, but I'm like low-key like, did something go wrong? Is this about to be Final Destination?
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck's going on? And then, you know, you didn't do superhero landing, but you just landed on your feet.
Yeah, right. We were hoping for a superhero landing, but you just wanted to be safe. Yeah. So walk us through that fall though. Like I want to see what you were like feeling when you were actually. Like,
did you
jumping.
actually feel like you were gonna have to catch yourself when you hit the floor?
You know what? No, because right before I hit the floor, you start to feel it tense up.
You feel
Okay, so you
it's like,
feel the
okay.
brakes kind of.
Yeah.
Boa.
I will say this: it didn't feel like a snap, and it's not like you felt it halfway through. You really don't feel it to the bottom. But
That's so fucked.
yeah, you
Yeah,
really
right.
don't.
You're like, am I gonna stop anytime soon?
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah, I was like, this
As a
is really
spectator,
close.
I had that fear. I was like, is he gonna stop?
Next thing you know, you just see
I
Dalton.
like this guy.
He got the bullseye. That's what he always wanted.
You wanted to land, but I don't think you wanted to land that hard.
Yeah, like a Wile E. Coyote moment.
No, I bet you that's how it was though. Like when you were up there and you're falling, you're like,
look
I
at this
feel like
little
Wile E.
bullseye.
Coyote right now. I made a mistake.
Like they're making a game after it's like, okay, aim for the bullseye, Dalton. There you go.
Yeah, right in the middle. That's 10 points.
Yeah. But when you landed though, like
Yeah,
that feeling you had, I could see it on your face. You were like, "Holy shit, I just did that."
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I landed, that was it. No, I was still like
Yeah,
everything
like
was
You're still
tingling.
falling
And
for like 20
Yeah.
minutes afterwards, like, ah! I'm alive!
I'm still terrified. I'm alive.
Yeah, I was still falling when I was eating that McFlurry.
He's in line. What do you want? Cereal shake!
You're like a dude. You're like Forrest Gump that just got something bit you in the ass, and you're like, ice cream. I want ice cream. I made it out of there. I want ice cream. You know what's crazy is you're explaining the most terrifying part was right before you jump off.
Yep, that was the scariest part.
That's the leap.
Yeah.
That's the test.
Just like when we went on the roller coaster, it was
Yeah.
that first drop that was the scariest. Like when
Yeah.
it first tilted us, it's like, I don't know how this is gonna feel. But then once you feel it like 3 to 4 times, it's like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, adrenaline junkies over
Like,
here.
that's why on
Guy
the fourth
jumps on
run, we're, like,
fucking
pumping our
building,
fists,
needs
we're like,
to
yeah,
take a roller coaster off the edge of a building.
Yeah, which
like,
we'll have to talk about in a bit too.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like seriously, I'm sitting here like I'm not doing any of this shit. I'm standing on solid ground, and then these guys, I got this. I'm a tough guy. I'm gonna get this.
But you know what?
Adrenaline
Because of your
junkies.
sacrifice of that experience, we got great fucking footage of it.
Oh yeah, we got
Did
great
actually.
footage of it. No, you'll
Yeah.
definitely be seeing more of that for sure.
So Dalton, I actually didn't realize this maybe until an hour after your free fall. And I bring it up because I think I wanted to save it for this. You have asthma.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh
I
yeah.
have asthma. Yeah.
Did they do no fucking like medical background check or whatever, or did you even care?
Do you have your inhaler?
Well, my first thing was I didn't care. Yeah, I always keep it in the bag with me. Yeah, I keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, but like you didn't care.
But
I
that
wanted
mo-
to care.
that fucking Mountain Dew jumpsuit. Did you have?
You know what? No, what? Actually, what she told me was she said before you sign the waiver, I have to let you know we can't allow you to bring your inhaler up with you to the jump.
Oh, okay.
That's what she told me. I was like, okay.
So it's something that you have to do afterwards, you know?
Right.
Which is scary though, because if you have an asthma attack in the middle of the jump,
Oh, fuck! I have 400 feet!
yeah, right?
It would be the
yeah,
worst
see,
time.
that's
It would
the
be-
question you're probably asking.
Yeah.
right
Yeah, I
there,
was just like, did that cross your mind at all, or were you just like, sorry, adrenaline?
You know what? I hadn't had an asthma attack in like 3 years.
Okay.
And the only time it happens is if I have something, I'm really sick like the flu, or if I'm just working my ass off.
Like you're really exerting yourself.
Wind sprints. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually crazy wind sprints. Then afterwards I got or running like 3 miles or something, which I haven't done in probably 7 years.
Well, yeah, when we filmed that Fun Time,
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
no,
what is
you
he throwing up?
sprinted. Yeah, you sprinted with him, and then you actually got sick.
Yeah, because I ate 5 minutes before.
And you're
yeah.
also carrying,
Yeah.
You get the heavy ass gimbal. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was bad. And it was a whole poke bowl too.
So-
and I ate those.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had poke
We
that
had
day.
poke
Yeah,
that
no
day.
raw fish and running right afterwards.
Yeah,
That's a great
I
time.
ate it 5 minutes before I did those sprints. That's
Yeah.
why I thought.
Yeah. So like
So
jumping.
that didn't cross your mind
Yeah,
at
so-
all
yeah,
leading
yeah.
to this
Yeah.
experience.
Because I had eaten like an hour before.
Right. Yeah, and then
I'm
your
not talking about
asthma.
food. I'm talking about your
asthma.
inability to breathe.
No. Again, only if I'm really sick as in like a flu sick, or as
COVID.
if,
No.
or as if, like you said, I overexert myself in some physical activity. Other than that, it's never been an issue.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's always
Yeah,
something
because like I would think because I was kind of on the same like wavelength as you, where like that adrenaline
No,
would
I
kind
feel
of
what
like
Dalton's saying,
make
like,
you breathe
that-
heavy
That
and all that.
heavy
Yeah.
energy, like that adrenaline, it fucks with your stomach. It's heavy.
Yeah.
You know, like even after the little roller coaster we went on, the adrenaline shot that hit me, it gave me that
like
queasy feeling where I'm like,
Yep.
oof.
yeah.
No, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're sipping on the Fat Tuesdays, and I was just about done.
I
was
had
nice
a
and
big
buzzed.
chicken and a Fat Tuesdays, and now I'm going on an adrenaline pumping roller coaster.
Let me just say this: I was sober after that ride.
I believe it though. I believe it
Weird
though.
sober though. It was like,
Well, it was the hangover that
Yeah.
is waiting
it's
for
like
us.
you got smacked with an instant hangover. It was like instant sober up shot. It was
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, because that adrenaline
the
from
adrenaline sobers you up in a very weird way.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
you
because
get
it burns
this
all
weird
your
hangover.
metabolism and everything, you know. Like adrenaline is just straight energy.
It's
Basically.
kind of like a spaceship, and you have that room that you can press the button, and the doors open, and everything's just like sucked
Oh
out.
yeah.
Airlock,
So
yeah.
adrenaline, airlock.
Yeah, adrenaline
is another word for airlock, depending on which genre you're living in.
If you're in a sci-fi genre, it's an airlock.
You're pumping out some aliens. If you're in Vegas stratosphere genre, you're pumping
Adrenaline.
out alcohol
Alcohol, yeah.
and
Yeah,
lives.
that adrenaline definitely pumped out all that alcohol out of your body, huh?
No, I just think it moved it somewhere else.
Just
Somewhere else in my
It's gonna
body.
hit me in
Like,
about an hour.
guys, I feel fine. Like I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
like you're
clear,
about to
but
go
my
to bed,
toe is
like
acting
suddenly I'm
really
like,
weird.
drunk.
Yeah, like you're about to go to bed and then you're just like, oh, that's where that drunkenness went.
Sorry, it's
I didn't feel that since before the ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super glad we did that ride though, because that's the only one I hadn't done on the stratosphere.
Yeah.
But I have to admit, like that was some scary shit. Like the fact that you guys did that was some scary.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm thankful
Don't
someone
put me
bought
up
the
right now,
ticket
dude.
because I was
that was
so
scary.
ready just to stand
No,
my camera. Like,
yeah, this
I'm the
dude
second
right
camera.
here was telling me, he was like, I don't know if
I'm
I
like,
want to
I'm
do
doing
this,
this.
and
I'm
you're
not doing
sitting
this.
here volunteering
I'm not
it.
turning it down, but then Zach's like, I bought 3 tickets. I was like,
Well,
all right, well,
I guess I'm doing it.
All right. Jump out of the building, $140. To buy that ride, $15.
to hang you over the side, $15.
Yeah.
So I thought it
So
was.
I don't have to do the whole building. I can just do the edge of it. And
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, was the scariest part.
But
the
literally-
scariest part
Which
of
is
the
crazy.
ride.
That's the fun thing
is-
about those roller coasters. They run on pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's literally just like you're
Yeah.
gonna die. They hang you over the side of a building.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
what they ride on.
by
It's
the
not-
fourth down, I'm like, die! Yeah,
No, yeah, seriously, you're like,
kill me!
I'm ready. Valhalla, take me.
Testosterone! Boost!
I see the Valkyries.
Oh man, that's what I don't know what I saw. I saw every heaven. I saw the Valkyrie. I saw Nirvana. I saw everything.
I mean,
Yeah, that
I'm
first-
Viking, so
So
That first drop
yeah,
does
Valhalla is my
Yeah.
heaven.
because
yeah.
it makes you think like it's not stopping. It's not stopping. But then it stops.
Yeah,
then
seriously.
the second one, it's like
That's what I thought.
okay.
Like whenever like you went down, I was like, there gotta be like have that feeling of like we're about to just
you see the
jump
track.
off
No,
this.
you see the track,
And
and it's
it
like
goes
nothing,
over
nothing,
it.
nothing, and then it breaks.
And then
after
it
it's already
clicks.
nothing, it's like
Well, because you're in the front, and when I noticed looking from the outside, there's like a front nose end that
You hang
literally
over.
goes off
Yes.
the edge of the track.
Yes.
Yeah, you hang off the track, and I'm like, you two are in
that's
front.
why I would have my
Yeah.
hands up
Yeah,
and I'd
you
throw
two
them down.
were in
like,
front. You were
oh,
smart.
no.
Yeah.
You went behind him. You were smart. You went behind him.
We had a group of 3 or 4 in front of us,
Yeah.
and Dalton had the smart decision because he
But we
knew
wanted to sit in
sit in
front.
front. He's like, "Hey, are you guys gonna sit in front?" And they're like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, we gotta wait one more."
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
couple behind us was like, oh, nobody's screaming. It's like, oh, don't worry, I'll scream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was hilarious. I was thinking in my mind, I was just like, just wait till these guys get on.
Uh-huh.
They'll give you
No,
the reaction
we had
you
fun.
want.
We had fun. She was like, thanks for making it fun, guys. It was like,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
She
really?
did.
Yeah,
Because we were
so
making
good.
a whole thing where it's like, ah! Oh my god!
I do.
Oh.
So-
like, it was a whole
The
experience.
first drop, like the most nervous I was when we were actually strapping in.
No. When I couldn't get
Hold
the
on.
buckle in, I was butterflies. I was like, I'm
getting to you. I'm getting to you.
It was
Pat.
bad.
So that was my most nervous part. But then I made eye contact with you as like the thing started to go down. And it's like,
Oh,
okay,
the
it's go
gates
time.
dropped. That was
It
it.
was go time.
Oh yeah.
But I remember watching the one before. You guys say you didn't see the flash on the first drop, but I knew that's where the first initial picture happened. And I was like, I gotta do something rock star shit. So I'm just doing this as we're going down, kind of ignoring the fact. All of a sudden, like the fear is like away, So I'm looking this way, Patrick's to my left, and after like we do this, I look at Patrick. He is like so fucking red. Like I just saw this man.
I was scared.
Fucking like he was just like, it was pure fight or flight mode, and his body didn't know what to do. He chose both. He chose both. He chose both. And that,
Yeah.
I laughed so fucking hard.
That's hilarious. Yeah, because I was sitting there on the other side in the smoking area, you know, like, and I'm sitting there filming, and I don't really notice what you guys are doing, you know, so I'm just sitting there seeing you guys having a good time. Woo, woo.
It's like a carousel.
Yeah.
It wasn't such a good. I mean, it was a great time. I loved it, but
Right. Yeah. No, it was scary.
I'm
It was
so
scary.
happy I did
it was
it.
pure adrenaline
Yeah.
rush, just like
Yeah.
a shot of adrenaline, just
Yeah.
like.
No,
Ooh,
if I didn't
God.
have a Fat Tuesdays, I think I would have taken it, but I don't
I
think
would
I could.
definitely recommend that after.
No, I have a really
on,
light
like, a
stomach.
Early day.
Yeah,
Like
no,
a
I
day
have a
before
really,
you
I'm a very lightweight when it comes to alcohol,
Yes.
and I'm not afraid to admit that, like most people. Like-
And I was gonna tell you if you did, I was gonna be like, okay, but you gotta sit in the front.
Yeah.
Because when you throw
Yeah,
up,
yeah. Exactly, it goes over the edge.
Yeah, into the pool.
Into the pool, yeah. Next thing you know, they're like waiting, like there's kids waiting in the pool. They're just like, just having fun and outdoor. What the fuck?
Mommy, it's a waterfall! Yay!
Wait, did they just turn on a waterfall or something?
You know
Why
what?
does it smell so bad?
Maybe that's why like the neighborhood around the stratosphere is just kind of like fucked up.
Yeah, shitty.
Like the hood.
They're
You'll puke over there.
They're like that's their like food source.
You went there, bro. I wouldn't say food source. I would just say that's just something
Like
they have
their
to
baby
deal
birds
with.
Just waiting for Cameron.
I taste Johnny Rockets. Oh!
Stop.
And then I'm thinking about the ride that spins. Now they gotta eat
Oh.
it. They gotta eat in a circle.
It's like a
It's a
sprinkler.
buffet.
It's like a sprinkler in a garden. You know, it
Yeah.
gets everywhere. Gets the whole lawn. That's the spinning ride for the people down below.
Oh my gosh.
Vegas is a dirty city.
Yeah.
It is very.
Yeah, and it didn't take far off the strip to get to that part.
Oh yeah, no, literally we would just turn a corner.
Yeah.
It was like
definitely.
going from downtown LA to Skid Row.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was like 3 stop signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
But I mean, when you think about Skid Row and downtown LA, it's kind
It's
of
the same thing, yeah.
Same
yeah.
thing.
You take like 2 turns and you're in
Skid Row. Yeah.
Skid Row. So it's like this Vegas is kind of the same way where you have the strip and then as soon as you exit the strip, it just anything goes. It could be rundown homes or it could be $1 million homes.
Yeah, and that's kind of every big city. You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna have super rich people and you're gonna have homeless people.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of how that
Yeah, there's
goes
no
in
in
every big
between.
city. Yeah.
Unless you're in the suburbs.
Yeah, and then you're not in the city anymore.
We're,
you know?
we're like in our area, because us 3 live in like the general area.
We live in the suburbs.
Long-
We live in the Los
We're in
Altos
Lakewood.
area.
Yeah, no, Lakewood and Long Beach are suburbs of LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're considered.
Long Beach, downtown Long Beach is kind of a city.
I consider a city.
live-
Well,
Yeah.
they say we're in a city, but technically it's not because LA County still owns it.
We're in the suburbs.
Yeah,
Like in
downtown Long
comparison-
Beach is still a suburb, but it's a city of a suburb.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because
Yeah.
we're the same population as Atlanta.
Yeah,
You know,
but
so that's what I'm
but
saying, like, we're big.
but LA itself is bigger.
It is. Oh yeah.
No, it's
That's
more population than Atlanta. But if
Well, LA's bigger than. It's the second biggest city in America.
exactly, yeah, it's the mecca. Like LA and New York
It's the
are like the
Mecca.
2 meccas of America.
I'd say New York.
No, LA and New York.
He's above.
Yeah, both of them, because I can't say one is above the other because it's like if you think about it, all of our media
It's like
comes from
it's
LA,
the different meccas of
and
each
all
coast.
of our like art and culture and business comes from New York.
Right.
all of our
East
stocks.
East Coast
Yeah.
culture comes from
Business.
East Coast Mecca, which is New York.
New York.
West Coast culture comes from
LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got
LA.
In and Out, West Coast, Shake Shack / White Castle, East Coast.
Yeah, but not anymore because White Castle is here. Like we
Yeah,
had White
but-
Castle a couple days ago.
Yeah, exactly. West
no,
Coast
I think
is
I
the West
mentioned
Coast.
that.
Yeah. I'll say New York was meant to be the Mecca, and then LA popped up when the film industry came out.
Yeah, no, yeah,
And they
that's what I'm
didn't-
saying.
they
That's why I
started
say
making more money,
Hollywood.
and it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say Hollywood kind of turned LA into the Mecca.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's just it opened up not only just like media, but acceptance of personality,
Yeah.
like different walks of life
That's true.
came out. You know, like drag queens
Well-
and trans and
Well, you
like,
guys
just
know why
everybody.
California became so populated.
The film industry.
Well, no,
No,
we took
the
over
gold,
Mexico.
the gold rush.
No, that was San Francisco.
That was, yeah, San
That's
Francisco.
California.
Oh, you mean California?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
did
Cal-
say
The
SoCal.
gold rush, yeah. Well, the gold rush did help out a lot. Yes, that did give us a
It
boom.
brought a lot of different
But
walks
as
of
soon,
life.
yeah, but as soon as Hollywood was developed, like you said, like the
It was
media,
big business. Like
yeah,
I was saying that California really blew up in the 50s. It wasn't big shit until like 60s, 70s. That's when
That's
like
right.
big Hollywood really started to pick
I
up.
say that counts for LA, not for California. California, I agree,
LA.
got big in the gold rush, but the gold rush made San Francisco.
Yeah.
NorCal
It
was the
made
gold rush.
California.
SoCal was the film industry.
Yeah.
Because
Los Angeles, Los Angeles was Alvaro Street, while San Francisco
Yeah.
was big and big. You know, it was
Yeah.
it was as big as Alvaro Street, and it had that aqueduct.
yeah,
And that was it. That's all LA was
Yeah.
until the film industry.
yeah.
came out.
Until Hollywood
Until
was really
the-
fully
It
established.
started being able to fund itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so then it just overnight, you
Yeah.
know, and they only did it. They tried to make the film industry in New York, but the
it
weather's
just
too
worked because it was
far.
theater. It was theater and business. That's what
Yeah.
it is. In New York, it's literally stocks and,
I'll give
and
New York the
theater.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
no.
has a theater. Broadway is
Broadway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
But-
we don't have Broadway in LA.
We actually have a
we
man
have theater,
that
but
lives.
We have theater, but it's not
In
known.
New York.
It's not like worldwide
New
known.
York is
Yeah, New York is
Shout out Russell Mullane, who lived in New York.
Hey.
See the boy, our boy.
Oh boy.
He came in the
has
20s.
the
The 20s that made LA Hollywood.
With the Tommy gun.
Hey,
World
Tommy
War I.
Gunn.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like,
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like you could weigh in on this conversation.
yeah, you could.
Yeah, but
Get in here.
Let him play solitaire. Okay. If you want.
I already won.
I already beat myself.
All right, we got a spot for you right here.
Sure.
Everybody, welcome Russell Mullane.
Russell Mullane.
We're comparing New York to LA. I do agree that New York is really big on the Broadway scene. That's because they can't film out there because the weather is so crap. The reason they came to LA is because they said LA
it's so
was sunny
versatile. You
and
can
it
make it
never
any
rained.
state,
Yeah,
any time of year.
The only
Yeah,
problem I
it
have with what
never
you were saying
I think it's good.
was the timing. It was the
Take it.
20s.
It was doing,
Oh,
yeah,
It
it
was
was
during
doing-
World War I. It was the
Yep.
people that couldn't serve that stayed.
Right.
He's right.
Often male
That's
actors were
history.
criticized for
Nice
not
to the bottom.
serving because they were staying, and it was
Let me
just
see
a
the
back
bottom.
and forth.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the 20s that really made Hollywood LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because it was so sunny, they could film outside all year round. Where in New York, they couldn't do that. So
Yeah,
that's why.
fuck the Atlantic.
Yeah, I guess so. That's why Broadway did so well because it's indoors.
Right.
But that's what started LA, and then LA just started past San Francisco, all these other big cities in America, past Chicago,
New York
the
is-
population.
New York has
And-
tighter districts too.
That's true.
Yeah, too.
Everything is so like close
You know,
together.
while
Just straight up where LA's kind of spread out.
exactly, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is people like look at the time, like they look at the postcards for
They look
LA,
at streets, like they
and-
know different streets.
or even
but,
like people on the East, like when I lived on the East Coast, people would ask me about California, and they would make their assumptions with their statements. So they would be like, "Is it just like the postcards? You know, all you see, everything's right there, just like New York." It's like, no, it is not a walking city.
No,
It's
it's
not.
Hollywood is
Everybody
not
thinks
a walking
it is.
city.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a walking city. It's not.
It's not. Yeah,
You
New
have
York
to take a
is.
train, taxi, anywhere
At
really.
least they have something. Fucking New York at least has a subway.
Yeah.
We don't got shit here.
Right,
Yeah,
but
but-
at least walking is a much more accessible means of transportation.
Yeah, because
Also,
a lot of
in
people
New
don't
York.
even own cars in New York, right?
Yeah, New York people don't even know how to drive. Like, you can go your whole life not have a driver's license in New York, and it's not an issue.
Oh yeah, there's so many celebrities that
Yeah.
that still grow up in New York that still do not have a driver's
My
license.
favorite
Yeah.
John Mulaney joke is like, yeah, you know, people come to New York and they get lost. It's like, how do you get lost? The streets are numbered.
Streets are numbered, motherfucker. Where you want to go? 25th and 6th? Where you at? 35th and 4th? 11 up and 1 over, you simple bitch.
Blackjack!
I had the punchline right, but the lead up, whatever I said before that was
Yeah, it was law.
But 11 up and 1 over, you simple bitch, that's the line.
That's the law.
Yeah, I do agree though. All of our streets are like last names of like all of our classmates on the soccer team.
Yeah,
Or the
That's-
most racist people in society.
That's true.
And we do have numbered streets. Like,
Yeah.
it becomes more understandable in downtown Long Beach.
Because it's east to west.
Yeah, but like once you're in the suburbs and shit, and numbers start getting involved, it's just like, okay, this doesn't even matter.
Yeah, the Santa Monica's, the Venice's, the Beverly Hills, the Hollywoods. When you're getting that area of LA, the numbers don't mean anything.
And you know, certain numbers turn into different streets.
Yeah.
They don't stay the same fucking number.
No.
Well, it's even in our areas too. Like Willow turns to Catellas.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, I haven't been to New York, but I imagine the
Oh yeah,
It's
numbered
so easy
street
to-
stays.
well, yeah, the numbered
Yeah.
street, absolutely.
Stays
8th
the
Avenue
same.
goes north to south,
Yeah.
and the
Because a lot of times it ends at the island. Because
Absolutely.
Manhattan is an island.
Really?
And
Well, that
yeah,
makes sense.
and the numbers
they're
just
all
go
like,
across.
Brooklyn's an island.
Yeah,
Queens.
yeah, and that makes sense.
That's
They
why
have
there's
to
so many
stop once they get
bridges.
to the bridge.
There's
Yeah.
bridges.
I've seen those bridges blow up so many times.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've never been there, but I've seen it.
Yeah, they had a whole movie called
Thank you,
21
Hollywood.
Bridges or something like that.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Yeah,
Boseman,
Chadwick
yeah.
Boseman.
So-
Rest in peace, King.
That's why, because
Rest
everything's
in
an
power,
island.
King.
But yeah, Manhattan, because Manhattan goes all the way up to like Harlem. That's why Harlem is 125th Street,
Yep.
because it's all the way away from the rest of the city.
Well,
Yeah.
Bronx in between too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
I
do you-
looked at Google Maps.
Wait, actually, if I'm mistaken.
Bronx is across a bridge. It's across
Is
a
it?
bridge from Harlem. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
Harlem and Bronx were like right next to each other.
They are, but there's
Across
like
the- there's a
it's a
bridge.
tiny bridge.
Okay.
It's not like a big path of water like the Hudson. It's like
Wait,
something little
right.
tiny.
Did that tiny bridge get blown up?
Probably, yeah. It's one of the 27 bridges, so it probably got.
I don't know if I've seen that one. Hollywood, make more movies.
Yeah.
Blow up more bridges.
Yeah.
Star all the dead actors we want back.
Yeah, thank you. We don't have all these bridges in LA. So
What would
yeah.
you didn't live in New York, but you visited?
Yeah, I
quite
stayed
some
there for a
time.
week.
Oh,
Yeah.
a week. Okay.
Yeah, I stayed there for a
You lived for 9 months.
Yeah.
What would you guys say was it like the sketchiest area and the sketchiest encounter?
Bed-Stuy. Bed-Stuy for sure.
Bed-Stuy.
Bed-Stuy.
I hear
Everybody hates
so
Chris.
many rap songs with Bed-Stuy, so yeah, I'd say I could agree with
Yeah,
that.
all the most hardcore rappers come from
Yeah,
Bed-Stuy.
yeah.
Everybody
Most
Hates
gangsta-
Chris takes place in Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a hard neighborhood.
Yeah, the most
Yeah.
gangster people come from Bed-Stuy. Honestly, I just walked around it just to say I've been to Bed-Stuy. Honestly, that's all.
It's like I've walked the streets of
Just-
Bed-Stuy.
yeah, I'm
It's like
solid.
that. It's like that movie, War Dogs, and
Oh,
they get
Oh,
through
they
the,
cross
uh,
through the death.
Yeah.
the
Valley,
death triangle,
was.
whatever it
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
and they're like the sergeant tells
It's
him
like,
like,
we survived.
"Wait, you survived?"
Yeah.
And then they like have him like,
Such like an ego thing, just like fuck yeah.
$3 million. Let's go to Vegas and jump off a building. But also, you were actually telling a story when your subway got stopped because somebody
Decided to jump in front of the train.
Oh,
Commit
yeah,
suicide?
yeah.
was he pushed?
No.
No.
It was suicide,
He jumped.
Yeah, the way you were telling, yeah, it was. He
And-
jumped.
and he didn't have bungee cords.
No bungee cords.
No bungee cords.
And he did
I don't think he was planning on
didn't
having
pay to
bungee
play
cords.
He wasn't coming back.
He wasn't planning on coming back.
I'll be honest, if he fell and didn't get hit by the train, he'd have broken an ankle. It's not that big of a fall. It's like maybe 2 stories.
It's just
It's
like
just
It's like a Batman, yeah.
Oh, wait.
It's literally.
You
two
should
stories.
pick a
Two
bigger
stories,
ledge
two
because
stories,
this
yeah.
fall
One
won't
story,
kill me.
there's this-
I'm
planning on it.
You're right, you're right. So yeah, 2 stories, he'd be okay.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
you-
fact that he did it in front of a train.
His
But
blood made it to the ground.
yeah, there you go.
His blood and guts.
That's so
Yeah.
graphic.
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
above ground train, so.
Yeah, no, it just everything fell.
Well, yeah, like I played Spider-Man games before. I fought Doc Ock.
I've led Slinged into Brooklyn before.
I was.
I even stopped the train. I stepped in front of the train. I stopped it.
I played Tom Clancy's The Division. I even know what a post-apocalyptic New York looks like. I can still go to my favorite Starbucks.
They don't serve coffee.
That shit's to scale.
Huh?
To scale.
I
Like
believe that.
most of the buildings are to scale.
Oh yeah,
In
yeah,
Division?
yeah. In Division, yeah. Yeah, it's all to scale. Yeah. Yeah, there's also
Actually, I
a
remember
zombie
Dave
game that
saying
I
that.
played. There was a
Yeah,
zombie
we
game that I
jumped
played
about
that was it's called H1Z1. I don't know if you heard of it.
No, I know what
It's literally the scale of Russia.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so when you
Hey, Russia's that big one, right?
the biggest one.
The fatherland?
Fatherland. Love that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the joke, thanks.
Yeah, right.
There's a father and a mother. They're having problems. Okay, it's the big one.
But yeah, H1Z1 has a big mouth. Yeah.
Circling back to what you were saying about like ironic experiences and things like that, it's
Uh-huh.
like, you know, I've been in sketchy areas in New York, and it's like, you know, the things that I think would happen to me didn't. Like,
there you go.
I was like, it was weird. Like, I was on the phone with my mom, and I was leaving Queens, Jamaica, Queens.
Jamaica.
Hey,
And
that's
I'm
where
walking
Spider-
to the subway station. I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm telling her about the interview, Next thing I know, this guy's walking in front of me. He's just eyeballing me. And then he is like he's saying something, he's mumbling, all I hear is a mumble out of his voice, and then he walks past me and still is saying the same thing that he's saying. And the whole time I'm talking to my mom saying like, I don't know what's going on, like this guy's trying to talk to me, like I'm a little weirded out.
Right.
Then it finally clicks, like the 4th or 5th time he said it. After he passed me, he's still turning back and saying, God bless you.
Oh!
And he's going, hey man, God bless you. God bless you. And then I was like, I'm so sorry, thank you.
I didn't sneeze.
No, I really thought he was
I'm
like
talking. I'm
Trying to
rob-
say
I'm
some
not talking.
weird shit to you.
yeah, or I thought he was like gonna try and rob me or something. Like
Right.
it just felt so uncomfortable. But you know, he was saying God bless you, and I was just like, wow,
How did I
how
miss that?
ironic, like how
Yeah.
crazy. So and it wasn't the
scary-
only time. Like it was like other situations like that. I had a funny time. I was dressed totally normal, but I was on the subway, and this lady was trying to give me money. Like
For what?
adamantly. I don't know. I don't know if she thought I was homeless or she just felt bad. But I just was like, no, it's okay. And she's like, no, here, like, it's okay. And I was like, it's really okay. Like, please stop. Like,
I don't want your dirty money.
like,
I'm not homeless.
It's so much like my friend though. Like he was chilling outside of 7-Eleven in Long Beach, and he was like just smoking a cigarette next to a homeless person, and this lady gives a 20 to the homeless person and says, "That's for both of you." And he was sitting there like,
Bruh.
"I'm just smoking this
so
cigarette."
off-putting.
Yeah, he's
Dude.
like, "Wait a minute, I don't even know this guy."
The homeless guy's probably like, after she left, looks at your friend.
I'm not supposed to.
10%.
Yeah,
Or,
no, like
where
no,
are we
like,
going?
Yeah,
Wendy's.
yeah. No,
No
my
guy.
friend was sitting there. Yeah, my friend was
2-4.
sitting there. He was like, "What do you mean? Like, I'm not homeless. This guy's homeless. He can use it more than I can." And she was like, "Oh well, I mean, I guess you could still both use it." And then she walks off, and I'm like, "Dude, people are weird."
She held her own though.
Yeah, she held her own. She was like, "You both use it," and then she just walked
She
off.
wasn't even embarrassed.
Yeah, she wasn't even embarrassed. Yeah.
She's
Dude,
like,
you
it
know
doesn't matter. I'm giving.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
care.
doing my good deed.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that, you know what she just did? She pulled a joker with a pool stick, joined my team, left the $20 bill, make it fast.
Oh goodness! I'm like,
Homeless. You decide.
So clearly the audience knows we've recently watched The Dark.
Yeah.
that's what that
Scary
was.
face.
Scared
Yeah,
and college humor.
yeah. My dad had a story where he was doing house, like painting the house, and then he went to like I forgot what he was doing. Then he painted somewhere else, and he went to a restroom, like a public restroom, and like
And he painted that too.
he didn't paint that too, but he had paint everywhere, and he was just tired. He was just and like Mexican dude, a dude you could tell did like actual work, like is really like probably has less than my dad. He came in and he gave him like $5 and just walked out, and Dad was like. He was like, I probably have more money than you.
I make more money than you, bro.
But he was like, you know what?
You just gotta
that was
wonder
nice
what
of
the
him.
other people are thinking in those
Yeah,
situations.
right?
Yeah. And my dad was like, I wouldn't play Galaga. Like,
Yeah.
he was
I could not, in my situation, I could not take it. I was in a subway, there was people looking at us.
Yeah.
She was thinking she was doing such the right thing. I was wearing like my nice winter coat, like I was like wearing
Good clothing
I had
and
like
everything.
slacks on, like it's not like I looked homeless. I was so confused.
Yeah.
Bro, that makes it sound like the money was hot. Like, did she steal it?
Yeah,
She's trying to get
right.
it.
She was just trying to get rid of it. She was like, "Here, take this. I fucking counterfeit this shit into
It wasn't
now."
a Benjamin, it was a $5 bill.
Okay.
The thing is that she's a acolyte for Jason Bateman, or not Jason Bateman. The dude from Ozark.
Just baby.
That's
Yeah.
his
You got it. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
No, not him. The guy from Horrible Bosses.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wait, no, we're thinking of a different
I'm
person.
thinking of maybe. I think his name's Jason.
Arrested Development?
Yeah, he's in Arrested Development.
No. He was Hancock's friend.
That
That guy. Not Jason Bateman though. Not just the
No.
Jason Statham.
Bateman Jason.
Anyway, she watched that show and she's like, you know what? I know how to launder money. I'm gonna use the subway system and use a bunch of random people that I have no idea who they are. Have them
Just
carry,
started handing out money.
spend
and you just
it.
happened to be there.
And guess
Actually,
what?
$1 million idea. Another
Subway
scenario happened.
laundering?
No,
Oh.
Chinese New Year. When Chinese New Year rolls around, oftentimes
Is
people
that
will give
January?
you like a little.
It's February.
February.
Don't fact check me.
February.
I don't know.
It's like late January, almost into February.
Yeah, I remember it was winter.
It's the same time as NBA All-Star Weekend. That's how I know.
But you'll often get
That's
like
the
a
way
little,
Americans remember.
like when like somebody gave me a little sealed envelope, like it was a little sealed envelope, and then I just put it in my pocket because it was just like, and she walked by and put it next to everybody on the seat next to them, you know, as they walked by, and then I grabbed it and just put it in my pocket because I was like, man, maybe it's a letter, maybe it's like a just note of
a nice
encouragement.
little note.
Yeah, exactly. It's like get
you're
home.
doing good.
I get home, I open up, it's a $5 bill. And I was like, oh, what is this? And I was asking my roommates, and they were like, oh, it's Chinese New Year.
Wow.
And I was like, it was just a random act of helpfulness. And I was like, oh, shit.
wow,
But
that's
going
cool.
back to what you were saying, that's a perfect way to money.
That lady was just like, you know, it's Chinese New Year. I'm gonna utilize this. Here's some fake fives. Here's some fake fives.
It's probably both. She's probably like actually Chinese, but she's part of the triad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So she had to get rid of all that
She's
junk.
like, for the triad.
Yakuza's or something.
Yeah.
But there's less return value when it's sealed in an envelope. You don't know what's inside.
Yeah, it's like an Easter egg hunt. But Chinese New Year status.
Chinese
And you
New
don't
Year.
have to find it, you're given it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a happy New Year.
That's a happy fucking New Year.
That's true. If you can, wherever you live, go to your local Chinatown and go there during Chinese New Year. That was one of the most fun experiences I've had in a while. I was doing the one in LA.
Yeah.
And it was, again, I was coming, the All-Star game for the basketball was going on in LA. I went to that.
Yeah, so that's why
American law.
And I came out and it was like, oh, Chinese New Year's going on too. I was like, oh, really? And I went to Chinatown. Oh my gosh.
it was
food
probably
trucks
popping
everywhere.
off, huh?
Dude, it was just like, boom, 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 boom,
Fireworks.
smoke bombs,
So
confetti.
there's a riot? Oh.
There wasn't a riot. No, it was like,
Smoke bombs and pellet bombs.
no, it was like,
You was out.
it wasn't
East
like,
won that year on the All-Star game.
Oh yeah, no, it was okay, good.
it wasn't right. It was like a celebration.
Yeah.
And then they had guys come out and practice like wushu and kung fu, and they were doing sword demonstrations and weapons demonstrations. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's cool.
5 people died.
That's really
but
cool.
Yeah.
No, it was phenomenal.
It was a real tournament.
that was the last year they had any volunteers for sword fighting.
Oh man,
But no, I've actually never been to Chinatown.
ever.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
we
yeah, I love
gotta.
Chinatown.
When next year we gotta go for New Year's.
Yeah, I go to Little Tokyo and Chinatown all the time.
Okay, I'm always in Little Tokyo because they can send. They got a lot of action figures.
Yeah, that and I always go to the ramen shop, Mr. Ramen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
Mr.
know.
Ramen is really good. Yeah, Mr.
LA's
Ramen's
is
really
cool, but New York's is fucking cool
Is it?
too.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
a lot more like the streets are like traditionally super narrow.
Yeah.
I took an Uber there. My buddy had an office up there that he did like music producing out of, and so he took me out there to go get some shit, and we took an Uber out there, and it was so crazy because we were pulling up on that street, and it's a one little like cobblestone street. And there's people
Travel
walking
back in
in the
time.
street, but there's people walking in the street. Uber's just casually going like 2-3 miles an hour. People are not even honking. People know to just kind of part the Red Seas, and it was just super casual.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it was just like the traffic flow. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
That's not
I'm
a thing
sure
that
it's
LA
like that
wants.
because like they
Yeah.
do it so much every single day that
Yeah,
it's like, you
jaywalking's-
have to get used
they
to
are
it.
the turf.
Yeah, it's just part of the culture. Yeah.
Jaywalk or die. The taxi will not stop.
True. And everything's a one-way street in New York, where LA's a little
For
different.
the city
so-
bikers, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but it's kind of
10
cool. Like,
points, hit that guy.
but yeah, you're only looking one way when you cross the street in New
Yeah,
York. 'cause
bike
every
comes
street's
by
a
and you're
one-way
like,
street, so-
I'm just gonna swerve real quick.
Yeah, see on the West Coast, we more of like a
And that's really obnoxious
left,
too.
right, left.
Yeah, left, right, left, and
So
then
still
you cross
two
maybe.
We have 2 things to worry about. And
I mean,
also,
there is something called the California stop where you
Yeah.
don't really stop
You know,
at a stop
California
sign.
roll.
California roll, but yeah.
Fun
That's my
fact:
neighborhood.
in New York, right turns on reds are illegal.
I did not know that.
Ooh, interesting.
You have to
All?
wait. All.
Really?
All.
Wow.
No yielding.
Which
No.
makes sense though, actually, because a lot of
there's
people
so
are
much
crossing.
jaywalking.
Yeah, there's so
Yeah,
much
or there's so
jaywalking.
much
A lot of people
jaywalking,
are
yeah.
crossing.
So many
Yeah,
crosswalks.
yeah. So if you're making that right turn on a red, there's a chance you're gonna hit somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Well,
one thing.
actually, if you really think about it, it's the green that makes so they.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
yeah. If
that
it's
argument
green,
doesn't
yeah.
have a point.
Yeah. If it's green. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck.
and then
The relevance is just that people jaywalk. So
Yeah. Yeah.
when it's red.
It's really bad. My buddy who lived in New York, York, like he's from Long Beach, but he lived in New York. He came back to Long Beach, and everywhere we went, he started jaywalking. We're like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, there's no cars coming. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I still have that mentality. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I bet you
Yeah.
picked it
I
up
mean,
when
it's
you
not a
first came back.
not like a jaywalking thing. No, like it's still a
It's like,
mentality.
I can
but at a
survive
crosswalk, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm at a crosswalk and I see I can make it, I will.
Yeah, or I'm not. I'm still California.
Frogger's
And then
a way of life, bro.
yeah, but keep that in Frogger. But dude, I was that asshole in New York. Like everybody's jaywalking. I'm like, but the light. And everybody's like, the fuck is this
What are
guy?
you doing? The white guy's
What are
not
you
telling me
waiting?
to go, so I stay here.
What is this guy's problem?
And there's no crosswalk buttons.
Yeah, oh
You don't have to
yeah.
worry about
Really?
pressing a button.
Yeah,
So what?
that's
It's just
true.
like pure
That's right, yeah.
instinct?
All of it's timed.
Yeah, it's all timed.
That
Yeah.
makes sense though because it's like
Nobody uses it.
everybody's going.
Nobody
It's
uses-
24-hour city,
flow.
so it's like you gotta have that flow of traffic.
Yeah.
There's no stopping. You can't wait for that light. You know, it's like the light's gonna turn green eventually.
Yeah.
So you
Right.
just walk.
Right. I want to say there was some buttons in like Brooklyn, like kind of in Brooklyn, but in Manhattan, I don't remember seeing too many. No.
I don't think I've ever seen a crosswalk button.
Oh, okay. I remember.
Comment if you know.
If you live in New York or Brooklyn area, let us know.
And also, if you live in New York
Or if you're
And you're-
educated enough to answer this question.
and you're watching from New York, that's awesome.
Yeah, because
Welcome.
as far as we know, it's
Hello
local.
from the West Coast.
Yeah.
I'll send this to my friend who lives in New York. Don't
Yes,
New York.
we
There
have
we
to-
go.
All right.
We got a New York viewer. Dalton's
Have him
friend.
put it-
Hello.
All right,
City.
let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk about the latest episode that we all got to watch together. Who?
Yes.
Oh,
Falcon
Falcon.
and the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
That was intense.
Spoilers
No.
coming, y'all. Spoilers.
No spoilers coming.
Spoiler
Yeah, we
alert.
gotta put that now, like, cause we're just gonna talk about this openly.
Yeah,
And we're
spoilers.
fresh. We just watched Screen Crush. And
We literally just watched the Screen
the
Crush.
details that fucking. I don't know if it's just him or if it's a collective of people, but that channel on Screen Crush.
They could have a block. Yeah,
he,
they could have
he,
a block.
No,
he,
yeah.
he
Yeah.
pulls shit
Yeah.
from the comments and his Twitter. You know, he's like, thanks to this guy. on
It's
my
a
Twitter."
community.
Yeah,
and
no,
they
it's
help
a
each other
community,
out.
yeah.
And he
They-
posts so quickly too. Like
yeah.
it takes me
Day after.
it takes me time to edit these videos. His videos are
A day later.
Yeah.
And he even has funny little jokes.
Yeah,
and-
so that's what I'm saying. It's,
Little one-liners that he throws in there. Yeah.
and like old nostalgic things just to kind of like tie in the joke, like the Matrix, like whoa.
Yeah.
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 Or
The
like-
bees.
The
The
bees.
bees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
so what do you guys gather from the episodes? What are your thoughts? Like,
I
yeah.
feel like Carly Morgenthau is definitely going to die by the end of the season, and John Walker, the new Cap, he's going to die by the end of the season. as well.
So we're giving Death Wishes now.
Okay.
Honestly, we've come to that point. I feel like we're midway through the series.
We are actually.
We have two
Yeah, we are.
episodes. I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah, there's only 6 in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Midway
division
through.
where one division had 9.
They're
Yeah.
going to get rid of Carly Morgenthau and John Walker.
Dude,
That's
I
your
thought
theory?
I straight up thought Zemo was gonna.
I didn't think they were going to.
I thought Zemo was gonna kill her.
No, I
Yeah,
thought
so-
Zemo was gonna
Oh,
kill
he
her.
fucking tried.
He tried.
Oh, he tried. Yeah.
She
no,
took
I.
the bullet.
Yeah,
She-
no,
she
I
did.
thought he was gonna kill her, but I didn't think it was gonna be in that way.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna shoot her. I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna.
Cyanide?
No. I thought he was gonna
Helicopter?
manipulate. No, it was a helicopter.
He just didn't want to give it away so fast.
Let me finish.
I'm sorry.
No, I think he was
I'm
gonna
sorry.
manipulate the kids into killing her. You know,
Oh, wow.
because the kids are in the
That's
community, and he was giving them candy. So obviously he was trying to bring him onto his side.
And to add on to that, like he also did say like the guys I'm with are bad.
Yeah.
We didn't really get to see
Who
that.
they were.
That didn't play out.
It didn't play out.
Why
So I
he
think-
said that.
I think it's resting.
He's
I
resting,
guess.
yeah.
And he also escaped.
And he escaped, yeah.
Yeah, that mess is
So-
marinating right
So they
now.
So
might
I
be
think-
looking for him.
Yeah.
And they go to the kids because
You know,
He's the last one to talk to them.
Yeah,
And they're not going to tell them.
And they're not gonna tell because he told them not to.
He gave
And he
him
gave
turkey
the candy.
treats.
Yeah, gave him Turkish delights.
Yeah.
Dude, what if the candy had
No.
serum?
No.
No, because he
no.
stomped on the serum. He
Yeah.
stomped on the serum.
Yeah.
His whole goal
that's
is
so ignorant.
no, but
There's no serum in this-
that would be a fun theory, but because of him like
I'm having fun with the theory.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. You can have fun with that theory, but the fact is he hates the serum. He
Yes.
wants to get rid of it. His whole like philosophy is no super soldiers. So I don't think the serum would be in the candy. I think the candy was just an incentive for the kids to come over to him.
Like,
and
no
be on his
stranger
side.
danger here.
Right? Yeah, when I
fucking alibi. Or,
when I saw that, I was like, do these kids watch the news? Do they know about stranger danger?
But they're also in the back of their heads like, we just got back from the blip. I think
we were in the middle of a war, so
third world country.
Yeah.
Were they in Prague? They're in Prague.
Yeah, Prague, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of, on your point about John Walker and Morgenthau dying, at first I thought, no, they're not going to die because they're going to show up later like they do in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they killed Battlestar,
Right.
I was like, oh!
Yeah, no, seriously, that flipped me out.
Nah.
Because I didn't think they were going to kill Battlestar off that early. I knew they were going to do it because I had a feeling of it. I thought John Walker was going to turn on him. That was the biggest thing. Because I thought he was going to take the serum and it was going to change his mind, and then Battlestar was going to be the voice of reason, and then he was going to say, fuck you, and then there was going to be a full-on fight like an Obi-Wan. Yeah, exactly. Like an Obi-Wan, yeah.
I see what you're saying, but also the conversation before John Walker took it, they, at the dining, you know, like...
Oh yeah, when he said without hesitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, but I feel like he said that out of, like, support. Like he said that because he wanted to be there for his friend. Because the way that he was throughout this whole time, he was still being a voice of reason, but he was still backing him up the entire time. You know? Whenever Sam was saying, "Oh, you're just crazy," the guy was like, "No, you're crazy. He's my partner," you know, kind of thing. He had that attitude.
Oh yeah, he's a sidekick.
No, I get that. If you could be a good dude, but you can see your friend doing something stupid, and you back up your friend anyways because he's your friend. I totally get that. I've been there before.
Yeah, just like
but they killed him off right away, so that whole thing.
That dynamic's not gonna show up.
Yeah, that whole dynamic's not gonna really show up.
I totally understand that because you know it's like your friend wants to go to Vegas and jump off a building. It's like, dude, don't do it. But also, I got your back.
Yeah. I got your back.
On ground zero.
On ground zero.
I got your back from here.
Yeah, I'll film it. So if you die,
the whole world is watching that.
Yeah. People will know you died gracefully, kind of. Well, epically.
I died screaming for my life.
You see what I mean though. Like he is kind of like supportive, but at the same time, I feel like there would have been a fight.
Also, too, I think he said if he would have taken the serum, he said yes. I also think that Battlestar's a good person deep down, and I think him taking the serum wouldn't have sent him off the way it sent John Walker off. The problem is John Walker didn't realize that. John Walker just saw it as, okay, if he would do it, then I could do it.
Yeah.
But it's different. He would do it because he's a good person. And
Yeah.
be a good person.
Because
you're doing it because you just need to.
No, I see what you're saying because there was that line where he said, "Do you know how many lives we could have saved if we had that serum?"
They were trying
but
to
John
paint
Walker
that,
was silent that whole time. He didn't even agree or anything.
Battlestar was supposed to have morals. That's how they were writing it.
Yeah, and then John Walker was like, "You know what? That serum would have made me powerful." He didn't think, "Oh yeah, that could have saved lives." He was like, "That would have made me stronger." Yeah, you're right. You're right. It would have made me stronger. But where Battlestar was, like his mindset was, you know, we could have saved lives. Yeah.
We could have helped people.
Yeah.
John Walker's like, yeah, I could have been more powerful.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And that's why I think it was important that they showed Carly killing him. Because you can't be like, well, she killed the bad guy. You know, if she killed John Walker, they'd be like, well, John Walker's kind of a douche.
He kind of had it coming,
but the fact that she killed the good dude, Battlestar, the one that everybody liked, is
that
like,
had more impact.
You messed up. Yeah, Ron.
Well, I was saying this last night when we were watching the episode, like when he was getting his ass kicked by the Wakanda chicks, I was like, this is going to set him over the edge. Because it's like he realizes how...
in the face.
Yeah, it's like he realizes how not powerful enough he is.
He even had that line where he's like, "Those are just normal girls."
Yeah,
they weren't even have this different.
Even Sam. Yeah, even Sam was saying like,
they weren't even super soldiers. Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because they did take some of that special herb that Black Panther takes, at least in the comics.
Yeah, in the comic books, So, like, context of that, like, he was unaware, like you said, he was unaware of, like, in Wakanda, they take that.
Well, this MCU hasn't really explained.
They haven't explained.
They haven't shown
So
that.
they haven't shown it. Yeah. So
We
that's
just
why
know
I'm saying,
based
like,
on-
I agree with you. Like in the comics only, like they show that, but like in this they don't.
Based
But
on their
like
strength.
if you're a comic nerd, yeah, you can assume that yes.
Or if you hear it out loud, you're safe to. I believe it.
Yeah, I believe
As
it.
soon as
Yeah.
you're like, that's something they do in the comics. I was like, I didn't even need to explain it.
Yeah,
I hear it out loud.
look at 'em.
That's-
Yeah, look at them. They're throwing those spears around made of vibranium, like no problem.
Yeah, look at him. So
Yeah.
it would make sense, but he didn't know that, so that's why he's like, I'm getting my ass kicked by a bunch of just women.
Just
Yeah,
women.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go into the bathroom and put this.
Shoot up, bro.
I'm gonna shoot up this fucking serum.
Because a bunch of girls beat me up.
Yeah, because a bunch of girls beat me up. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, if anybody watching has been beat up by a girl,
It's okay.
it's okay.
It's okay.
I mean, I've been beat. Well, I was kicked in the nuts, so I wasn't
That's
beat up.
Public service announcement.
That was funny.
It is okay to be beat up by a girl.
It's okay.
Because odds are, you had it coming.
That's fair. That's fair. I was gonna say, I do think another importance of Battlestar's death was that he kind of served the purpose of U.S. Agent's parents in the comics. Or John Walker's parents in the comics. Yeah, John Walker's parents in the comics were killed.
Yeah.
And he went on a blood
Yeah.
feud
Yeah,
rampage.
so instead
Here,
of his parents, they showed
Battlestar.
Battlestar
That's
dying.
That's what.
Sent him off.
Yeah,
his-
that's the catalyst of giving that
And then-
fuse break, and then instead in the comics it was his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had
So
Battlestar.
they
his
did
parents.
kind of do that,
Russell.
like
Question and follow-up question.
Yes.
Question. Carly was the one that killed him, right?
Yeah, killed Battlestar, yes.
Yes.
So
Cute
what do you
ass
think that's
redhead.
gonna do to her next episode? That wasn't cold blood. That
It was
wasn't
right,
That
that
wasn't
was
an accident. That was
they
an
showed her
accident.
reaction.
Yeah,
Right?
that was
Like,
an
she didn't know her own
That
strength.
was like
Yeah.
a fall down the stairs, snap neck.
She's
it
still
was just
trying
a
to, like-
push.
yeah, she
type
really
deal.
thought she was gonna just push him into the wall.
Yeah,
and
she
he was gonna be
understand her.
fine.
She
She's
punched
starting to
him.
realize
punched
him.
how
She punched
strong
him.
she
Yeah,
is.
she
Yes.
punched him.
And what you're saying, Patrick, like she doesn't know her own strength. I think that's That's a perfect character analysis of
Yeah,
her
because
arc.
when they show
That's what
that,
I mean. How's that gonna
shot,
play into her moving
because
forward with her?
the episode before she fucking committed murder. Like she killed innocent
she's
Yeah,
like,
people
that's
she
just
blew him
how to
up.
be done.
For a
She blew him
cause.
up though.
for a cause.
Yeah, but that not only she using her hands, she was separate from it. She just pushed a trigger.
I do think there's a difference between killing someone and killing someone with your bare hands.
Exactly.
There's a big
Okay.
difference.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah,
with you.
because she
I
didn't
agree with
see
you.
those victims. She just pulled a trigger and boom, building was gone. People that were assumed to be there, like, because technically she assumed people were there, but there could have been nobody there.
Yeah, but
But
I,
we
I,
know-
I
we
want
know
a
we-
little pushback because homie with her was just like, what the fuck did you just do?
No, yeah, that's what I'm
They were
saying. That's
not-
what I'm saying. But I'm saying the disconnect, the emotional
Let me-
disconnect.
let me
No,
go, let me
they're
go.
numbers as opposed to a person.
Yeah,
let me-
exactly.
She,
Yeah.
she
Let me
saw a dude go.
Yeah, instead of seeing
Yeah.
a building blowing up and
Yeah.
knowing that
And
just
just being like,
random people.
Let me build.
Yeah,
Let me build
if I
this.
saw a building blow up, I'd be like, ooh, that's
yeah.
tight.
And then
Or if
you
I saw
don't
somebody
realize,
die, I'm like,
oh, there's people there.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
build.
yeah.
Let me build.
Build, go
Let me
ahead,
build. So, in that moment, her moral standpoint, as any great villain, she's the hero, and she did. Oh yeah, sorry. She committed a terrible thing, but she doesn't know that yet. Then she has this intimate conversation with Sam, and he almost pushes her in a corner, making her realize because she even
Where
said
she's
like
at, yeah.
she's like, wait, hold on, no, I didn't mean to say it like that, but
You
you
pushed
like
me to
made
say
it,
it.
and it's like,
You
hold
pushed me to
on,
say it.
you big picture, bitch,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah,
then
I didn't push you to say anything. You just
you
said
literally did it, and
And
now
Walker
you're becoming more.
Came in and fucked the tension.
And Walker
Yeah.
fucked it up, and you know, violence happened, and then she kills.
She kills Battlestar.
She kills Battlestar, and then we see that reaction on her face, and that's what I'm saying. What you say, she doesn't know her own strength, is her character arc, because her morality and her movement is completely justified, and Sam recognizes that.
Yes.
But before that, she was being a terrorist.
Yeah.
And even her entire group is like, that's how I signed up, but we still got your back.
Yeah,
Jump off that
yeah.
building, friend. We
Yeah.
still got your back.
Yeah.
Fun circle. And then after the Sam conversation, and after the death of Battlestar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's starting
That
to
facial
realize.
expression, yeah.
She's like, holy shit! I'm starting to gain weight of the gravity of the situation.
Yeah. She
Their
started,
roles switch.
Yes.
That's true. She killed
Walker
someone.
and Carly's.
Yeah, Walker
Yeah.
and Collar's roles switched. Yeah, exactly.
After Falcon made her realize, oh hey, you're kind of fucked up. This was the first time she killed someone after realizing that she's actually.
She's fucking, like,
Yeah.
she started contemplating it, and it
Yeah.
took that.
Yeah,
that
she
blow,
put, yeah, she
and
put
it
that
was just like,
conversation into
oh
context.
god.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I am what he said I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's and on top of that, by killing him, it sent John Walker on a crazy rampage
Yeah.
that got her best friend
partner
killed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which like when seeing like another way of showing that she saw that remorse and everything, she didn't continue to fight.
No.
When that happened,
She was
she
in the
ran
crowd.
away.
Ran.
She ran away.
She's like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's gonna go off,
Bad
but
news.
it wasn't because he was gonna go off. It was because
What
shit,
have I done?
what have I done? Yeah, and then she ran off because she's so ashamed of what she did. She's like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
Exactly.
I did exactly what Sam was telling me I was doing.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say real quick, and that's what makes Zemo such a great, like, positive villain, because everything he's talking about
Sure.
is
It's true.
displaying.
Yeah, it's
in
a harsh
front of-
truth.
It's like, this is why we can't have superheroes
Yeah.
or made superheroes.
Yeah.
Because this is what happens.
yeah, super soldiers.
It's
Yeah.
super soldiers made from, like, without having been tested morally. Like,
Yeah, like Steve Rogers, yeah.
worked.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no matter what, you can't compare anybody to Steve Rogers because Steve Rogers was his own.
He doesn't like bullies.
Yeah, he literally said that in the movie. I don't like bullets, I don't like killing, and they were like, yes, we're gonna pump you up with that serum because you're our guy.
You have the heart.
You're
Yeah.
the perfect pussy.
But what's
You're the
even more
perfect
interesting
pussy.
right now is during that time when Steve Rogers got the serum, there was a clear bad guy. It was like Nazis or Hydra.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Yeah,
we're building you up. Like the countries were intact. We have this show that is post blip. So much crazy shit is happening. There's so many moving parts. So it's like, okay, I kind of side with this person, and it kind of makes sense, but terrorist. But then this person, who once was a terrorist, is sort of aligning things. Like there's no concrete good or bad anymore.
yeah,
This show is showing the gray
Yes.
of, like, you know, Star Wars, light side, dark side.
yeah,
This whole show is Dark Jedi.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah. Really,
It's,
though,
it's showing
yeah.
the gray.
Yeah, I see that because it's like either side, regardless if they're hero or not, like they do some things that fucked up. Like Bucky, you know, like Winter Soldier. He's been through some shit, but he's trying to turn it around, and they're kind of keeping that theme with every single character.
He's a Dark Jedi.
Yeah, he's a Dark Jedi.
100%.
Yeah. So like when you look at it as Carly Morgenthau, it's like yeah, she's a dark character. She's supposed to be the enemy. But then they kind of create this arc of her realizing that she's like just doing this for a cause, and then
And the cause makes so much sense.
it makes so,
Like, the
so much
world
sense.
that
And then
the
she
MCU
realized
has
like
built,
the
it's
actions that
perfect.
she's taking to build up this cause is wrong. And then she's starting to realize that. You kind of see that in the writing and everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that she sees not only that, but she starts to see herself become evil and
Yeah.
it recognizes it as bad.
Yeah.
Whereas
Like,
every
that
other
sees
villain,
bad, and she sees fucking John.
Yeah.
Yeah, murdering her friend.
She's like, I'm messed up. Because
That's real bad. Like I may have killed an entire building of people, but that
That was
man-
my friend.
That
I think
what
what she's thinking is that could be me.
Yeah, that could be me. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're totally right.
I also feel that because she was killing him, she knew that he was doing this out of response to her
To
killing
her
Battlestar.
actions.
I think if she didn't kill Battlestar and Battlestar was still there, and for whatever reason he was still going off like that, she wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, I did this, I gotta go." She'd be like, "Get the fuck off my friend, motherfucker!" And then they would have a big fight.
Right,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But the fact that she looked at
She
it,
feel
got
like
scared, and ran
she
meant
broke-
that she knew I
she crossed
did
the
that
line.
to my
Yeah,
friend.
she
I
crossed the line. Yeah, crossed the line.
And
yeah.
that, showing that, for her to be a villain and for her to realize that is really showing that, holy shit, it's not black and white, it's really fucking great, like you guys have been saying. I think that was the definitive, it's great.
Even the dude
Yeah.
that got destroyed by John,
It's
her
Razor
friend,
Jacket.
Yeah, he was a
his-
fan of
his last
Captain America.
conversation was like, unfortunately, we live in a time where heroes have to get their hands dirty.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, no matter what. And I think that's going to be a big arc for Sam Falcon.
Ooh.
Because he's the only one that's sort of holding that
He's
nature
trying to
of
keep his
Steve
hand
Rogers,
clean. Yeah.
which is why Captain, chose him to be his predecessor.
Yeah, but he
Um,
didn't want to accept it because he didn't feel he was worthy.
Yeah.
But I do think that Captain saw himself in Sam. Like he felt
Yeah.
that if Sam took that serum, he wouldn't go off the deep end. Like
No,
all these
he
other
would be
people
just like the Cap.
Yeah, now he probably also thought if Bucky took it might bring up some of that old shit.
Yeah, no. If
You
Bucky took that, I really believe that he would turn into the Winter Soldier again.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very real possibility. So
Yeah.
that's why he gave it to Sam instead. And Sam is showing that when he, approached the girl and tried to reason with her, the same way
Yeah.
Cap tried to reason with Wanda and Pietro.
That's
So-
right.
so-
That's a thing that we honestly didn't see in Screen Crush. That you made a connection right there. Like, honestly, the way that they're treating this is the same as how he walked up to Wanda and said the thing that he said to calm her down.
Yeah,
I don't remember
whatever he
exactly
said,
from.
but-
I think
Yeah, I
they
remember-
actually did bring that up.
They did.
They mentioned
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Did he? Oh, okay, I missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Okay.
Yeah, they mentioned that, which I thought was a great point.
Yeah,
I
watch
actually
the Screen Rant too because I recommend it. It's
Screen
great.
Crush.
Yeah.
Screen
Also
Crush.
watch Screen Rant. Pitch me. It's great.
Yeah.
Fun
I had
theory.
a fact.
Yeah, Uncle Sam. That's
Fun
why he
theory.
picked him.
Fun theory.
What?
Fun theory.
As we
Let's go.
start to wrap this up, Sam takes the serum.
Nah,
I don't see it happening.
I
No,
don't
it's
see
I
that
don't see it happening.
Well, and it's funny. I can't remember exactly what you were saying before, but it brought up a point like serum or no serum. Steve Rogers thought that Sam was the best choice. Like
Yeah.
serum or
Yeah.
no serum.
Serum or
Like
no serum.
his morality, his
His heart.
skill, his heart.
That's
exactly.
why I feel like he still won't take it. Like,
Exactly.
Just wouldn't take it, yeah.
It just won't happen.
But if things, just think about like the circumstances that could be built with all these different villains
I
going
see
on.
it. It'd be a
All
fun
the
little like
all the craziness,
theory.
and
but
Sam is put into a position to. He already has his heart. He has his character. He has his charisma. Like he has the morality to be Captain America. But with all this crazy shit going on, he might be forced to be put into a position. It's like, I can't really do this unless if I got that juice.
Yeah.
That's what they're playing with John Walker's character.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like, I can't
And it
be
might
the
be the
hero that I
opposite.
think I am unless I have this juice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him being delayed by that. I don't see him questioning.
That's
himself
why they're
for that.
playing with John Walker.
Yeah, I totally see John Walker. Hell, he did question that, and he took it. He gave
did.
into he answered his own question.
Yeah.
He did.
As you can see, like he just busts in those doors like
Yeah,
it was
and
nothing.
Sam was
and
like,
I'm
"What
just-
did you do?"
Yeah.
We gotta catch him. No, what'd he say? They have Lamar. That
Yeah,
was before
yeah.
Battlestar actually got killed. So he actually took it before Battlestar
before
got killed.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, he
off
did.
screen.
Yeah, it was off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had an interesting moment in the bathroom.
But like,
Yeah.
She was like, "How do I inject this?
Yeah,
Do I put it in my
right.
arm? Do I put it in my butt?"
Yeah.
Wait, he had a
vein.
scruff?
yeah, Screen Crush said like when Chris Evans took it, like he had scruff, he had goatee scruff.
Yeah, which
And so that's
shows
how
a darker
that was
side.
a key when he came in. He had facial hair. He had a little 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, which shows
Oh.
a darker side of a hero, like a. I don't remember what he actually said though, like, but it showed like he
Like,
said something
the
like
actor has
that.
scruff, they're more dark or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're the most evil guy in the room.
Ah.
You just took the serum, and you're trying to be a bat flying off a building.
Yeah.
Captain America. We're Captain America.
Well, we can't both be Captain America.
I mean-
This is the problem with the show. Yeah.
No,
Can I be
shit.
Battlestar? I like Battlestar.
All right, well, die.
Yeah.
Because I
Bye.
think you're more cleanly shaven than I am.
You got a little,
So you could be
fuzz
walking
on your chin.
I'm some.
You got a little fuzz on your chin.
Hey, we'll love to hate you. I promise.
I already do every day of my life. No, I am.
You're a
No, I am. His voice cracks a little bit.
Yeah, oh, that was hilarious.
No, I am. It's
Yes.
like, oh, you were so desperate. You were
I think they used that like take just because of that
Of
voice
course,
crack
of course.
because they were just like that's great.
Yeah, so again,
It shows that you're so desperate for this.
Yeah, you're not Steve. You're
Yeah.
not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Side note, I'm glad that Zemo was able to acknowledge that Steve wasn't a douche. That Steve was a good guy. I thought even
Despite his view on super soldiers and
Yeah.
and whatnot, he
Yeah,
did say
he was a fan of Steve.
Yeah, he was like, you can only find one Steve Rogers, which I thought was
Admirable.
that's
admirable
cool.
that he could point that
Yeah.
out.
dude, I honestly,
Which is why I respect him for his views, you know, because the
Yeah.
way that, except for the fact that he said straight up Hydra Nazis and then fucking Avengers. I'm like,
Ultron.
yeah, Ultron. Yeah, it's
He
like,
said Hitler, Avengers, Ultron.
yeah, it's like, dude, that's not even a correlation here.
Right.
But yeah, like I feel for him though because it's like, yeah, he's he recognizes that Steve Rogers was Captain America and he was a good-hearted person. And so that when he sees all these other super soldiers that are just popping out of
He's
nowhere,
like, that's a problem.
that's a problem.
that's my
Yeah,
issue.
that person doesn't have the Steve Rogers heart. That's a problem. They're gonna turn into a dictator, or they're gonna turn into something evil.
That's why I think right now Zemo is my favorite character in the series.
No.
Yeah,
He's the most mysterious.
I
His
can agree
intentions
with that. I
are-
wouldn't say he would be my favorite, but I can agree with what you're saying.
It's just because when I watched Civil War, he was like my least favorite part of the movie. You know, I thought, you know, it made sense in the reveal of that. It's like, oh shit, Winter Soldier killed Iron Man's parents. Oh, you know, and his whole plan was to get Avengers to destroy each other. I thought that was cool. But him like itself, I was just like, whatever. Like, you could be anybody.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not seeing Zemo.
Yeah.
But him having to be returned in this show and him helping out the good guys where he clearly has his own agenda, but it's also somewhat in alignment with Falcon and Winter Soldier's
Friends of
agenda
my friends, yeah.
is my enemy, right? So it's just...
Or enemy of my enemy is my friend, yeah.
Yeah. A friend of my friend is, I think, a friend?
Yeah, friend,
Friend's
yeah,
friend.
yeah.
A friend's
Friend of a
Yeah.
friend.
We're all at the same party.
Yeah, we're all the same party.
Friend of my friend brings the beer. Any of my enemy, get the fuck out. Like, no enemies here. But yeah, I think I'm really interested and intrigued.
Yeah,
to see
he's like the
what
enemy
he
of my
does.
enemy kind of thing, yeah.
Because I think he's ultimately gonna just be an enemy, but I don't know to who.
Yeah, so he's like,
necessarily.
He has no
kinda like
sides.
the,
He has
kind
no
of like,
sides.
kind of like Lex Luthor. You know, like yeah, he's an enemy, but Superman still works with him sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, you know, and even Batman works with him sometimes.
Yeah, as hell, when that guy was president, they kind of had to. So.
Yeah, they had to. So it's like it's the same kind of principle, you know.
Donald Trump.
See, but
I've heard a lot of people say that Lex Luthor and Donald Trump are very similar.
Yeah,
I think still.
but Lex Luthor is a lot smarter. Lex Luthor actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's not
Donald
gonna.
Trump just signs everything in Sharpie.
He won't rearrange the direction of a hurricane. He'll actually build a machine that can change.
Makes a hurricane.
Yeah, make a hurricane in a different department.
Now we're talking real supervillains.
Yeah, that's
No,
What was that?
but
What did I say, Russ?
but that's what I'm saying though. It's like it's the same as like Batman to Lex Luthor. He's kind of like the evil person, but there's a situation where you have to work with him because he's kind of aligning with your views.
Yeah, Magneto
But-
would be another.
But Zemo put himself.
Yeah, Magneto would be another one. Yeah,
Yeah.
because before he made the Mutant Island, he was kind of with everybody in a way.
Yeah, if you watch X-Men 2, or hell, if you read
First
the comics,
class.
Yeah, read the
there's
comics,
some
yeah.
times where Magneto had to work together with them.
Yeah.
The first class.
Yeah, but it
movie,
wasn't until
Days of Future Past.
But it wasn't until he made Mutant Island where he just completely separated everybody. He was
Yeah.
like, these are my guys, and I'm gonna fuck up the world with them.
Yeah, Genosha.
Yeah, Genosha, yeah. Yeah.
So, Russell, you're trying to say Zemo put himself in that
Yeah, he
position?
manipulated himself. I mean, Sam and the Winter Soldier did not want. That was the last result. No. Until
Really?
finally, he was, and then Zemo, having all the answers, is like, okay, good. I've been given an opportunity to get out, and I can finally do what I need to do. So it was just it was a moment for him to strike. So
Right.
it was almost
It was
a
a
manipulation.
rise of
I can
opportunity.
see that. Exactly.
Yeah, rise of opportunity,
It was
yeah.
just like ooh, silver platter here. I can get out and.
Screen Crush actually, that episode where they break him out, they made a comparison to Silent of the Lambs.
They did.
They did.
Was it the book he was reading, or was it just a setup of the scene?
It was
Or
a setup of the
both?
I think
scene.
it was a
No, it was a
setup,
setup of the
actually.
scene.
It was a setup.
Yes, and then
Yeah.
the book he was reading was actually very important to kind of foretell like
What he was gonna
where
do.
his headspace is at,
Yeah.
and like how like he can eventually
Yeah,
manipulate.
'cause I didn't really
situations.
when I watched it, I didn't really notice him reading a book. Like I saw I didn't.
It's
know,
really quick. That's why
Yeah.
Screen Crush is amazing.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. Yeah, because it was literally like one quick scene. That,
But it was a good point out.
yeah.
Fun theory. Blonde chick.
Sharon?
Oh, Sharon.
Sharon!
Yeah. Okay, that's a question. Who
They didn't
is
get into it.
Painkiller? Power Broker.
Power Broker.
Who's Power
So-
Broker?
Either Sharon, theory,
It's not Sharon.
Sharon is working for the Power Broker,
I think
Probably.
that.
I
or-
think that.
Possibility.
Sharon
Uh,
and Zemo
no.
working together.
That'd be
Well,
Like,
okay, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think that. I think
Wait.
I think Sharon's working with a power broker.
I'd lean more towards that.
but I don't think she's working with Zemo because she never really gave any hints to like really know who Zemo is or
Hold on.
align herself to Zemo.
She led Zemo, Falcon, and Winter Soldier to the guy that was making the serum.
Yeah, but that's
That was
only
more
because Falcon and Winter Soldier talked to her about it, and then Zemo just happened to be in their group.
I will say this: a lot's happened within the 5 years. So in theory, if Sharon developed a relationship with Zemo within those 5 years,
It could.
no,
be
I
possible.
take that back. No, because she disappeared in the blip.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
Never mind.
Yeah, she just
She was gone for the last time.
Yeah,
she was
she,
gone for a
never
while.
mind. She disappeared.
Yeah,
in the
no,
blip.
yeah. So what I think is that she's like going along with Winter Soldier and Falcon,
I don't know.
and Zemo is just utilizing that.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, it's probably more likely.
yeah, he's like very third person. He's the outside in kind of person, you know, like
Sharon has no reason to trust those two, though.
no.
So there's something else going on.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The
Yeah, I can see
relationship
that. That's
was
probably
her
why
and-
you think. That's probably why you think she could be with Power Broker.
I think she's with Power Broker. I think she might be working with her.
Really?
I don't think she is the Power Broker.
No,
I think
but
she might be
She's
working
working
with.
with.
she could be working with, but I just feel like
All
she,
we know for sure is
You're
that
right.
she has crazy access to information because of her history with the CIA and
and
shit.
the fact that she can get satellites on call. She's like, I think I have a few satellites I can just access. Who can
might-
say that shit?
She might. Okay, all right.
The
Let me
Power
go on a
Broker.
little crazy rant of why I think she could be possibly in some sort of tie with Zemo.
Okay.
Is because think about her relationship with like super soldiers, right? Negative. Became a fugitive, you know?
That's right. Yeah, after Captain America went back in
yeah.
time.
Right? So her and Zemo could possibly share a similar moral to
Ethics,
destroy super soldiers.
Right.
And okay, all we know, so the only lines we have from Power Broker have been texts,
Yeah.
and that's threatening the chick that's trying to distribute
Carly.
super serum.
Yeah, which is Carly.
And the dude that got murdered, that was making the serum, she was present
Right.
with Zemo.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think there could be a tie there. That's where my mind's at. That, like, she has such a
A direct connection.
like,
I don't know if it could be derived based on super soldiers, but I think just the system. You know?
this isn't government.
Yeah.
Also, too,
Maybe she's like before the blip thing, you know, she may have been like disappeared, but when she realized how life was during the blimp, she could have been like, you know what, I agree with that. I don't know. Random theory.
also too, Zemo was in jail this whole time.
That's
I think
true.
that changes things. It's not like he was out in the streets.
No,
making
yeah,
words.
Zemo was in
Zemo.
jail. Yeah.
Zemo, dude.
Zemo.
You see that fur coat?
He got out.
Yeah, he got out.
He got out of prison after like so many years, instantly went to Gucci.
Yeah, but they helped him though. They helped a little bit.
Still a cool flex. Alright, is there anything else you guys want to say, or should we wrap this up?
I think there was one more thing I was gonna say. Like, what the next
Volcanoes
episode?
going off.
That
Volcanoes
was-
going off.
Yeah, that's the last show.
Then we
Yeah,
know the
it's 9
director
o'clock.
nutted on that last scene.
Oh,
Capturing
oh.
the bloody
No,
shield.
there's two more. We'll
20,
see.
22, so that's...
Hold
yeah.
on. What Russell just said
Back to
is so true. The very last shot of John Walker
Oh, I'm
with
glad
the
you read
bloody
that.
Captain America shield.
Oh,
And you're looking up at him, which is
Oh.
even more scary.
that was the most beautiful scene I have ever seen in any cinematography. I mean, I've seen a lot of beautiful scenes in cinematography.
Have you seen
so I
like
can't
any
say-
other movie?
Yeah, no, exactly. No, I can't say it was the most beautiful scene, but it was a really, really beautiful
From the
scene.
episode.
From
that
the
one set
episode,
the
yeah.
fucking
And
date.
out of that series, I liked that scene because the way that they shot it was just so impactful.
It's very symbolic.
It was very symbolic.
Most beautiful scene I've seen to come out of Disney Plus. I'll say that.
Ah.
Well, I haven't seen anything else come out of Disney Plus better than that. The
Uh,
most beautiful.
I mean,
From a
live
cine-
action
from-
animated.
From a cinematography standpoint, I thought
Live
that was
action?
Granted,
Live
like the
action?
Mandalorian things that I thought.
I was gonna
great.
say these 4
Live
episodes
action-
have been very cinematic.
Yeah, very cinematic. Yeah,
Marvel's
But-
doing an amazing job.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
but
can't
out of their
sacrifice.
shows, I feel like compared to WandaVision, there was a lot of great cinematography in that. But that one scene kind of like made me think, wow,
Yeah.
this is powerful. He is the enemy. I can clearly see
There doesn't need
that.
to be dialogue. It's just
Yeah,
the visual purely.
Exactly.
and
You can
read it off
you can
that.
explain the entire person who he's gonna be.
He literally
after this.
tarnished the symbol of
Yeah.
Captain America. with
Yeah, and
blood.
they showed
never
that
been
with the
blood on this
cinematography.
There's never
Yeah.
been blood on the show.
Yeah, I haven't seen any symbolism
They
like
should
that
have
in anything else to come from
Marvel.
to come from Disney Plus, and that's including Mandalorian.
It
I haven't
paints-
seen any more symbolism.
And another thing, I will say that this episode offered probably the closest thing you can get to an Academy Award-winning scene.
Yes.
Sebastian
From a Marvel
That-
cinematic universe
yeah, like
thing.
there's a couple scenes with Iron Man that are really great.
Maybe Vision you mentioned earlier.
I didn't mention you did.
You did. Somebody mentioned Vision, but out of like the MCU, yeah, I think this was probably the best like performance or acting performance we've gotten from somebody.
And it was painted like perfectly because
Yeah.
everything he was expressing, we've already seen.
Yeah.
And we know exactly what he's going through, like the hardships.
I thought of one.
Oh, okay, go.
It's when Black Widow and Jeremy Renner's character, Amy Hawkeye, when they go and
Yeah.
when they're
Let me go.
trying to kill when they're trying to
Let me go.
sacrifice each other.
Let me go.
Yeah,
That was
But even before that, when they're like saying, "Yeah, we know what we have to do." Wait, we're not saying the same thing, are we? And then they're just like joking. It's
Yeah.
so sweet and it's so sad, and then it just gets so close, and you just don't know who's gonna actually be the one. And
And then Black Widow
That
eats
one.
herself.
I think that was maybe a more emotional scene, but as far as acting,
oh, absolutely.
this right here.
Yeah.
But he said the word impactful.
Yeah, no,
That's what
I,
that means.
well, I was
So,
saying
I think
I was saying
that's-
impactful because of just the way the cinematography was, not the writing or anything, just the way that he was panning around him that way, the heroic shot, and everything. Like it was a heroic shot of a villain.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
we're talking
looking
about the
up,
same
and it
thing?
made you.
Yeah,
No,
it
we're
made
not.
you like you
We're
want.
talking about different things.
Already?
Yeah, we were talking about
Sebastian
Sebastian Stan's.
The
Academy
campfire.
Award-winning.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I was
Good
still
job.
I was still talking about the scene of.
No,
yeah.
you're still on the podcast.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
still-
kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. The first episode was like, the Falcon scene was amazing. But other than that, like, I was just like, alright, I don't think I'm as into it or invested, but I'll keep
Well,
watching.
it was an action episode. It was an
Yeah.
action
Yeah,
episode.
it was an action
And I
episode.
loved it.
Yeah, because the first two episodes were no action. Third one was
What?
a little bit of action. Trust me, the first one compared to any MCU anything, there was like no action.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Really?
The
First episode.
Yeah, where he was fighting,
That's what we were
punching,
talking
kicking
about.
people, jumping out of a plane with the.
They did
wings.
more with those first 20 minutes than they did in all of WandaVision.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with
No,
you.
Except
I'm
for the
saying-
last
Well,
episode.
I was comparing it to movies, not WandaVision.
But that's what we're. But okay, so
MCU.
but this MCU right now, we're it's TV. It's a different depictor.
Right.
They
right,
could have complimented
right,
himself
right,
that they
right,
don't
right.
sacrifice budget for these TV shows.
That makes
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
Like,
I just feel like there could have been more. In
And
the
they're
first
only
e-
44
first and second
minutes.
episode.
I thought that was enough action in that first
I
episode.
guess, yeah,
'Cause
I guess.
It was all action, almost no story. The only story thing we got was that
that little in
Falcon.
between.
Is
the
that
scene where he's
It's his
fixing.
sister.
Yeah.
I was gonna say is that when Falcon decided he wasn't gonna keep the shield, that was the biggest story thing we got from that.
Right.
The rest
Well,
of it was
and-
Actually, there's a lot of
So I am French and I am kicking your butt.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. There's no real story development.
But you're
that's
saying
what
there was
I'm
no
doing.
action.
Well, that too, yeah. There wasn't, in
Yeah.
my opinion, there wasn't enough action.
Are you arguing yourself?
I'm
Yes,
a
you
little bit. But at the same time, it's like I just wasn't impressed with the first two episodes. That's my all in all.
Oh, okay, well,
I just wasn't impressed with the first two episodes. The third one was cool because it really brought in like the comic book stories of the Power Broker and everything, and I just felt the first two episodes was just fan
Was
service
just
of flashy. You know, like, oh hey, we're the MCU and we're
That's
doing
right.
stuff, and yeah, cool.
Yeah, that
we
first
got the
episode-
Falcon and we got Winter Soldier.
It was
and-
extremely explanatory.
Okay, I guess I missed a lot of it.
Because
yeah.
with the scene right after that whole escapade, he's fixing his little robot, and they're
just
comparing
felt boring.
perspective on pre-blip, post-blip, so you get to see different perspectives
Yeah,
on people.
yeah, I just felt-
and then you get
yeah.
to see Sebastian Stan come in and be like, "What the fuck? What's your problem? Why didn't you do this?"
Therapy,
so
yeah.
they're clashing. Yeah,
Yeah,
well, first the therapy,
yeah, the therapy
exactly.
and everything, yeah,
There's
I just-
so much explanatory
Yeah.
stuff.
You're
in the
comparing it
first
to
episode.
WandaVision.
Yeah, I'm comparing it to
You're comparing it to
WandaVision, where
WandaVision.
it's like deep and rich and like
Yeah.
cultural, and this is just
Nostalgic,
like
yeah.
this is legitimately Marvel, you know, like
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely Marvel.
I agree with you 100%, and I think what I was saying earlier, like after I watched the first episode, second episode, it's like even though I really enjoyed it, I was like, I don't think I'm as invested, or
Yeah, because that's how it is.
Yeah.
I'm basing it off of the way me and my brother reacted to the first 2 episodes, because the way me and my brother both reacted to it was like, is that it? I really feel like there could have been something deeper to this.
That's because they only take that last second to give you the reveal.
Yeah.
So so it's like every
you're
episode
right,
had that
you're right.
last second.
You're right.
So that's a little bit of a flaw in my opinion.
Right, and that's probably what is making me like.
Because you're like, what? Oh, don't fucking tease me like that.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You gave me this whole setup, and then you give me this 1 5-second thing of like, this is what I want. At the same time, it's like that's what Marvel does well.
Well,
You know?
with this,
I gotta point this out. Patrick said this in a previous podcast. He says they should have done Falcon and Winter Soldier first and then WandaVision.
Right.
I agree for this reason. Everybody here is coming off of WandaVision expecting this avant-garde Marvel thing.
Meta.
Like,
And it's
deep,
not
gotta
what
read
it
into
is.
it deeply. Like this is just like pure Marvel.
Yeah, it's just Marvel.
At their heart, just action, some
Yeah.
story, but like nothing too hard to dive deep into.
Yeah.
WandaVision, it's like, oh shit, what's the
Yeah,
role?
there's some like
No.
relatable shit you can
Yeah.
get into.
No.
And there was a lot of people who watched those first 2 episodes of WandaVision and were like, what the fuck is this? This
Yeah,
isn't Marvel.
exactly, yeah.
Where if they did Falcon and Winter Soldier first, they'd be like,
instantly
yes,
knew what it
this
was.
is
This is
Marvel. You
Marvel.
knew what it
It's
was.
like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
And we
And
would
then
have
when
watched
they
it
did
like
Wanda-
that, and then we do WandaVision, then we would go, huh?
interesting.
Interesting.
Marvel is taking a turn.
Yeah, instead of going, what, huh? What is this? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, and that's how it was with me. I was like, this is too much Marvel, and I was so used to WandaVision.
That's what
I
it
was
was.
expecting
We're
a
spoiled.
WandaVision
You were.
expectation.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
I went and separated.
I separated it.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw it.
probably, that's probably why
That's
you
never
have a
been-
better
hasn't been an
opinion.
issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
instead
probably
of-
you have like a different opinion than I
Yeah,
am.
instead of being mad about it, I saw it and I was like, oh, here's Marvel.
Well, I'm not
This is
saying
Marvel.
I'm not necessarily.
And
saying
we're back.
Yeah, and we're back is how I looked at it.
Yeah, like,
Phase 4.
I'm not necessarily saying that I'm mad about it. It's just that I wasn't prepared. You know, like it's just like I was thrown off.
that's
by
the way
it.
I'd say it.
Yeah, I was
That's
thrown
fair.
off
Yeah,
by
that's
it.
fair.
Yeah,
It's just the styles are just so different.
so different.
But something after this last episode, I can say I'm just as excited for
The future.
the future of this, the finale of the show, and also the progression, because they're showing. We already talked about this, but they're exploring that gray area of hero and villain, and the deep character arcs that are being portrayed to us that haven't finished yet, but are sort of starting to get really tickled and fleshed out. I think that's something that Marvel hasn't done very well yet at this point. As deep as this show. Fuck!
I get it though.
I will say that.
I actually
With
do
with-
agree with you on
with
that one.
WandaVision and this, characters that could technically
Now
be
Loki.
pushed. And now Loki,
yeah.
that's gonna
Like
be very
that's gonna be
interesting.
one of those shows where I'm gonna be like,
That's gonna be
confused, but I love it, just
Yeah,
like WandaVision.
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Well, because they're taking off. Well, I mean, we can get into a whole hour of it, but like they're taking off basically off of the
when the
Tesseract.
time comes.
Yeah, when the time comes, we can continue it. But like, yeah, they're. I can see what you mean because they're basing it off the Tesseract. It's like I don't know
Anything
where
goes.
this is. Yeah,
Anything
anything
goes.
goes. I don't know where this is happening, but I like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So that I'm just that's my final thoughts. I'm very excited for the show, especially after this last episode, because it just made like it's finally like I give a shit about characters that we were presented with in the past that we didn't give a shit about, and it just expands the universe that much more.
That is true. Because in the movies, when you look at Winter Soldier, he was just a quick thing, and
It
that
was
was
Bucky.
it.
He
Yeah,
died. He fell
yeah.
off a fucking train.
Yeah.
Bucky's alive.
Yeah. And,
Oh, he's alive. Now he's evil. Oh
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
like
sure.
and then like now they're
And it was Falcon. It's like he got his
now
ass
they're
kicked by
deepening the
Ant-Man.
story and
We don't-
making White Wolf
fucking-
and everything like.
Yeah. You actually care about Falcon now. That's how I
Yeah,
I was gonna
actually
say
care
I
about
loved
Yeah.
I loved the Winter Soldier because there was an arc
Yeah.
in that MCU.
in that. But Falcon, it wasn't. He was
Yeah,
kind of just,
Falcon,
hey,
yeah,
that's
I
the
can-
buddy.
I can definitely
Fool
see
with
why
Falcon.
arrogant kind of guy.
What's
like,
kind of funny
I'm
though?
Cap's friend.
Yeah,
I care.
Yeah,
I care
and now
about.
he's just a real
I care.
person.
I care about Falcon now, but the third episode happened. The whole warehouse thing, like
You're
that
fucking
time.
up, Sam.
Dude, Falcon.
It
Sam.
wasn't Falcon. That was
Was-
Sam Wilson fucking shit up.
He just
Yeah.
His
fucked
phone
shit up.
rang. He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta get this."
Put it on speaker.
Hello?
Like, Sam, you're fucking up your family's boat.
And even in this episode, he's like going around the house. Have you heard of Carly Morgenthau? Like,
Yeah,
he's, like,
straight up. I'm looking for Carly Morgenthau. Like, bro.
Dude.
kind of blowing your cover.
Yeah, kind of blowing your cover a bit.
He's not a good agent.
Yeah, like he secretly looks at the hand. And he's like, I'm in the right place. Carly Morgenthau, everybody here. Like, he was super sly, and as soon as he saw that hand, he was like, "Yep, I'm here."
High five. But yeah, it was just funny because Sam's just fucking up a lot. Yeah. And it's like, oh, this is why you're psych. You're
You're the sidekick.
This
Yeah.
is your sidekick. You don't have responsibility.
He's not worthy of shit.
You're on call.
Right now, he's just kind of like a witness of the entire thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's my
Wrap
final
this up.
thoughts.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I would say, hey, this was a cool special Vegas edition.
Vegas
Yeah.
edition.
Of our podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, special guest, Russell Mullane.
Special guest, Russell Mullane.
Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed your popcorn and enjoyed that salty content. Is that how I ended it last time?
Yeah.
Something
I
in
think
your
so.
mouth. Something about mouth.
Something is in your mouth and it's salty. Your dentist is going to be upset.
Probably.
Alright, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be less intoxicated for the next episode. Alright, peace.
Later.
The reason I've got this big smile on my face, I don't